Alright, so during the last video, I already showed you how to download androidparty.jpg and how to move it into the drawable folder. If you're having difficulty with these two, go ahead and rewatch the videos or go to the forums and ask other students for help. The rest of these, we're going to go ahead and do in Android Studio right now. Okay, so this is my happy birthday application code. Specifically, I'm looking at the file activitymain.xml, which is inside of the layout folder right here. So make sure you're looking at the same file. Now, one of the things that we needed to do was remove the padding, and I showed you how to do this in the video, but I'm going to do it again. These 4 attributes right here, I'm not really interested in having right now. Okay, so that was pretty easy. The next thing I want to do is go ahead and make another text view. That should be super easy because I already have a text view right here that I can model it off of. I'm in fact going to go ahead and copy this text view and paste it. Now the text view I'm adding is supposed to say from and then your name, so I'm going to change that right now. And I changed this specific attribute because it's the text attribute. Okay, so I've done 2 out of the 4 things. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the image view. Now, I don't have an image view to copy off of, so I'm just going to start typing. If you don't remember what an image view looks like, you can go ahead and check out the XML cheat sheet that we provided for you. One of the neat things that Android Studio does is when you start typing something, it'll pop up with a little autocomplete menu. Since what I wanted was an image view, I'm going to go ahead and click on it. Well, this is super helpful because it gave me the Android layout width and Android layout height attributes without me needing to type them. I'm going to go ahead right now and just make these wrap content just like the text views. And you can see how I don't even need to finish typing, I can just click on it. Okay, now if we go over here and look at the phone preview, I can see that it says happy birthday, and I can just barely see that it says from Lila. So these 2 text views seem to be displaying somewhat correctly, but I'm not getting any sort of image down here. That's because I still need to define the source attribute of the image view. After all, I haven't said what picture I actually want to show. So I'm going to go ahead and start typing that right now. I'll start with Android. Again, the autocomplete pops up with source, so to save on typing, I'll go ahead and click it. The autocomplete even guesses what should come next, and if you remember from the lecture, I need to type @drawable. Now the question is, what comes after here? Well, what comes after here is the name of the picture that I want to display. And more importantly, that picture has to exist in the drawable folder. So over here, inside the res folder, inside the drawable folder, I have androidparty.jpg, which was the image that I moved over. This is the image that I want to use. It's in the correct place. All I need to do is type the name without the file extension, which would be Android Party. Okay, and almost immediately, you should see that the picture appears. Now this is looking pretty good, so great job so far. But before you move on, you should always actually run your app on your phone. So I'm going to do that by coming up here to the green run button and clicking on it. It's going to think for a little bit, and I can see that it's processing down here. Okay, and once this window pops up, as long as my phone is plugged into my computer and everything's set up like we showed before, I should be able to select the phone and then hit OK. Okay, so this is actually pretty awesome. Our phone looks a lot like the example phone that we have down here. We got an image view, we got our 2 text views up here, and we pretty much confirmed everything's working as expected at this point. And just going through the checklist items, I've added a text view that says from Lila. I've also added the Android Party image view right here. I went ahead and removed that extra default padding, and I clicked the green arrow and ran my app. Neat. So at this point, you're ready to move on and fix this pesky little problem where our views are overlapping one another.